these things happen.
What happens?
These things happen.
No, mutilations and beheadings may be common in Pakistani culture. It is not common in Indian culture.
Oh, no.
Again, they are ratifying
it is, of course.
When we turn
Of
the
course.
other cheek, this
47,
is the that develops.
47 onward, the 47 onward, I have with my own eyes seen the mutilation of bodies and rape and by the Indian Army.
You see, one second.
By the
Admiral,
Indian, the border forces.
Admiral Iqbal. Admiral Iqbal Zafar Lilaili finds this amusing, but Admiral Iqbal Zafar Lilaili and to Syed Tariq Pirzada and Professor Jaspal, I would like to say one. Can I say one thing?
You should conduct the discussion in an intelligent manner.
Yeah, I am certainly, you see, I'll tell you, I cannot be more intelligent.
Don't digress.
One second, Professor. One second, Admiral. Don't get upset. The fact is, since 1947, a bunch of cowardly Pakistani army personnel who are probably too scared to face the Indian army have been trying to fight off the backs of the so-called jihadis and saying we didn't carry out the mutilations or the barbaric actions. Somebody else did on our behalf. But you see, somewhere you have to
I can assure you,
somewhere
the bunch of these jihadis, they have been, putting everybody in place in India for last 1,000 years. So don't forget that.
You see, you either own them or disown them. One second. Admiral.
No.
Admiral, what are you saying, Admiral? Admiral, what are you saying?
I am saying
you are either owning them or disowning them. In one sentence, you own them. One second.
You're not listening. You are not listening.
Admiral,
if you are not listening, you will not understand what I am saying.
I am listening to you transparently.
That please, I am saying that two nuclear powered nations should behave in a more decent manner than how you are conducting the discussion.
Well, you see,
this is not, we should not add fire. We should discuss the issue only.
Yeah. Admiral, you see, one second. If you come, you see, there are two. Either you disown the so-called these brute jihadis, cowards, or you own them. First you disown them, then you say you own them. You have to be sure where you stand vis-a-vis these people. It is your hypocrisy. This hypocrisy vis-a-vis the jihadis is the reason why your own country and your own people are getting bloodied day after day.
Look, if you want to feel happy that your version of the event should be shown all over and everybody should accept it, you are sadly mistaken. If we are discussing a problem, there is a way to discuss it. If anybody has mutilated the body, it is wrong. No army personnel should do it. And that is a fundamental thing. Nobody is saying. But if you are trying to say that, Pakistani and this and you are angels.
Well, Maruf wants to respond to you, Admiral. Maruf Raza wants to say something to you. Maruf.
Yes.
Admiral, sir, with respect, please let me make 4 points. First is that I'm dismayed with your arguments that you saying that India wants peace and Pakistan doesn't. We just had a conference here where your eminent Najam Sethi, amongst others, and many generals and admirals. Sir,
I never said that.
Sir, let me
I said both countries need peace.
Sir, let me complete.
Maru, be a little bit careful. No, you are distorting what he said, that both sides wants peace. India wants, Pakistan wants. Why you are saying he said only that India wants, Pakistan wants? No, why you are wrongly putting it? We are listening, please.
Let me complete.
I said...
No. Sir,
you
let
can
me
complete correctly. Why you are completing incorrectly? What you listened 5 minutes before?
I am saying, are you the admiral or the admiral should correct me? Can you please shut up? And
why not? We are the listener. We are part of the talk.
Not
you are saying something wrong. Why not?
No, you just listen to me, Mr. Jaspal. I've heard your, all your.
I'm sorry if you are hurt.
For the last half an hour, quite quietly. Now you listen to me. The first point is that you people are living in a state of delusion. You people think that India can be browbeaten into accepting your point of view, and you're raising the Kashmir issue again by trying to escalate the situation on the LOC. And every time you bring in the nuclear threat, please remember, if India decides to retaliate, you will cease to exist. And nuclear weapons are not about their use. Nuclear weapons are about the non-use. So please understand where nuclear deterrence comes from.
Why are you worried?
Study strategy.
Why are you making
and
this
you'll understand where I'm coming from.
If you are that super duper, why are you worried? Why are you so anxious? Why is the anxiety showing in
We
your
are not
argument?
worried,
cowardice.
sir.
If you're
We
so
are
because
not worried.
I'll answer that. I'll answer
We
that.
are dismayed.
I'll answer that. I'll
I
answer that.
think
No, one
you
second,
are-
Maruf.
why are you
Maruf, one
suffering?
minute. Maruf, let me answer the Admiral. Maruf,
We are
with
Why are you
dismayed.
No, I'll tell you why I'm raising
phobia?
this tonight.
You are suffering from
And you are
No,
defending
one
that.
second. One second, Admiral. Admiral, you have worn the uniform.
I am
You have
having-
worn the uniform. You know
I
that
have.
no,
I have
one
also,
second.
I
One
also,
second.
I also bombarded
Admiral,
Dawarka. I
Admiral,
also bombarded Dawarka.
Admiral,
I also bombarded Dawarka.
so you remember 1971 and it should be etched in your memory for a long time to
No,
come.
this
That
is
when
what
the
I'm
state of
saying.
India responds,
It
don't
will
forget,
not.
don't forget the surrender of
No,
at
I-
Bangladesh.
I say
Don't, no, one
I
second,
said
Admiral.
If this program
Admiral,
is for that,
Admiral,
we are not bothered.
Admiral, I'm
Don't
asking you
distort
today.
my words.
Admiral, Admiral,
Yes.
hear me, please, 1 minute. You know why we are so concerned? We are concerned for two reasons. First, Admiral, ask yourself, your country's breaking up. Your country is today a failed state. You are a bankrupt nation. You have no standing in the world. You are only a country that
You should be
exports
happy.
terror. No, but I didn't know that
You should be happy.
cowardice. No, being cowards has also become
You
part
should
of the
be
culture
happy.
of the Pakistani
Why,
army.
if-
Aren't you embarrassed at the
Look, if
cowardice
you are
of,
so
of
brave,
mutilating Indian
you
soldiers? Aren't you
Now,
embarrassed?
You listen to me.
But aren't you embarrassed at your
will you
cowardice?
listen to me now also.
Yes.
You will also listen to me.
Yeah, I
You
will, of
want
course
us
I
to
will.
stamp on your bravery. If you are that brave, why you want us it to be stamped? If you are that brave,
You see,
if you are that
I'm
brave,
asking you
why
about
should
cowardice.
worry?
I want you to say that they were
I
cowards.
am
We're
not
not
worried
talking of bravery,
whether
sir.
I am
No, like
coward or
Professor
I am brave.
Jaspal-
I don't
We are
want
talking of
anybody's
honorable
certificate.
conduct.
Look, I don't want anybody's
This debate is
certificate.
about honorable conduct.
The debate is that you want us to say you are great, brave. If you are that
No, I want you to say.
brave,
I want you
why
to
are
say.
you worried?
No, I want you to say that those people from your Baluch regiment, I think 22 Baluch regiment, are cowards. I don't want you to say we are brave. But will Syed Pirzada say they were cowards?
I am saying if you happen to listen to me, what I am saying is that this is not the way neither Indian soldier nor Pakistani soldier or any soldier should do this. This is the way.
Well, I would
think
say,
if we are
no,
talking
one
of
second.
peace, I would
Sir.
say no. What is wrong in it? If I say no soldier should do it,
Sir,
what is wrong
no,
in it?
not no soldier.
If I say
I
both
want you-
India,
I want you to accept-
Now, if I say no, why should you expect that? Because it is not verified by us.
Sir, your country.
It is your claim. And why should you be angry? Why should you feel angry
Sir,
when we
because
say
you know-
India and
you know why.
Pakistan both need peace?
You know why? The fact is, and I'd like
Why?
to go to KC Singh here. You know, KC Singh, somewhere the people of India will stand up one day and say, you know, this cricket candy floss diplomacy nonsense must stop. Enough. You can't try and
stop. We
change
are not
visa
dying
rules on
without
one
it.
day, change
No,
visa
we are
rules
not
on one
dying
day,
without
play
it.
cricket
Look.
the next day, and go beheading our soldiers the third day. It can't happen, KC Singh.
Oh,
It can't happen, KC.
You
Can
are
it?
only strengthening.
Can it happen? Can it continue
Look,
like this, KC?
Oh no, we don't want
we
it.
can-
In fact, there are people.
No, it
You know,
cannot. You have
there are
to- you
people
have
who
to
don't
have-
want this trade with
You
you.
have to have
We don't want.
a dialogue with red lines, a dialogue honorably.
Yes.
There have to be red lines, and you've seen the kind of views coming from responsible people on the other side, and you've seen the naked face. That is the face. Even learned people, people who have worn the uniform, they revert into arguments which are ridiculous instead of saying
No,
that
ridiculous
all
is
right,
your
if
side.
it is,
You see,
if
the
such a
thing
thing
is
has happened,
that
we
look,
need a joint
the
inquiry.
basic,
Come along.
fundamental-
Let the commanders.
Look, I can tell you,
we
my
have
Indian brother,
CBMs on two
I
sides.
can tell you,
The
I can tell you the
Admiral,
my
the
Indian counterpart.
approach should
Kashmir
be.
is
Admiral,
the basic issue.
may I just speak?
Kashmir, without resolving Kashmir, these,
Sir,
the cricket match or open trade
sir,
for
don't
us, it
forget
will not
the-
happen.
sir,
Kashmir
don't-
is the
sir,
basic
don't-
point.
Kashmir will
Kashmir is the
justify
basic
Sir,
any
issue.
human
I'd say to you, sir, with all respect.
No, so
no,
it
no,
will
no, no, no,
justify
no, no,
any
no, no,
inhuman
no.
act.
One second,
Cannot provide
Pakistani guest.
Kashmir is the basic issue.
Yeah, and don't forget,
Kashmir will
don't
remain the
forget.
basic
So any
issue.
inhuman act is
Sir,
justified.
never forget 1971, 90,000
Look,
of your
look,
people
you see-
surrendered. The signature of General Niazi should be imprinted on the Pakistani
Admiral doesn't
consciousness
know he was
forever.
at sea.
Yes.
That should
yes.
be that should be
Why are you
imprinted.
Admiral doesn't know. He never fought in Dhaka. He was at sea.
Look,
Maruf wants this. Maruf.
I think we.
Enough, can I just
Arnab, the
look,
only point I want to bring out.
No, Maruf, first
the
listen to
only
me.
point I want to
If
bring
you
out
are,
is
if you are
that-
that, yeah. The point I want to bring
go
out
ahead.
that Kashmir is the basic issue. We'll once resolve it and should live in peace. That is the point. I think we are
This is
talking
not
and
peace,
we are
this is
fighting like
cowardice.
schoolboys.
This is, no, we are not
cannot
talking
be
like
resolved in
schoolboys.
this manner.
No,
That
I
is the
take
whole
objection
point.
to that.
Look,
Admiral,
I am not
Admiral,
worried.
hear
I
me
am not
today.
worried.
Admiral, hear me today. We are not talking like schoolboys.
Okay?
We are not. Our soldiers have been
You are talking
mutilated
like schoolboys.
by a bunch of cowards. Don't denigrate our sentiment today by saying we have
Your
been.
whole valley has been mutilated.
Well, don't.
The whole valley has been
The whole
mutilated.
valley has rejected you.
You are
The
not
whole valley has
a bunch
rejected
of,
you.
how many soldiers?
Don't
how many
be
soldiers
patronizing.
you have?
Don't
how
be
many
patronizing.
soldiers have?
How
If
many?
you are so, why not? How many soldiers? How many bodies you have mutilated in Kashmir?
You know
How many,
something?
You know, rapes
I
have
find,
occurred.
now that you've said
is
that,
not the
Admiral,
way.
I'll
We
tell
are
you another
talking-
act of cowardice.
I'll
tell you. Hear me. One sec, hear me.
I'm listening. I'm listening.
Yes, hear me. You
It's
see
very
what cowards
amusing.
do.
It is very amusing for me.
I'm
that
sure
this
it's amusing.
This is
So
what
let me
you,
tell-
all you want.
Let me-
You
I-
want
it's not
that you
amusing
should
for
be
me.
Tallied brave,
Admiral.
great, brave people in India. This is what you
Admiral-
want to listen.
Admiral, let
the
me tell you.
great warriors of
Let's not
India.
get into
You see, Admiral, you being one sec, Admiral, you
Honestly,
being a
by
soldier,
God. I pity.
yeah, I also.
I am saying.
Yeah, no,
I
one
do
second,
not
one second.
support-
Admiral, you hear me now.
I do not support
Admiral,
any
you hear me now.
mutilation of
Admiral,
anybody.
you hear me now. Hear me now. I've also listened to you. Now you hear me.
Orna.
You've been a soldier. Don't forget the Geneva Convention.
Yeah.
That's one. Okay? Don't ever forget it. And secondly, I'll tell you another
support
amusing
it.
story.
I
One sec.
respect it.
Since I'm amusing you, I'll tell you another amusing story. The second amusing story is that another bunch of cowards tried to dig a tunnel from the Pakistani side. And on July 28, 2012, I want after this for you to call your friends in the army headquarters and ask them,
Okay.
have we become so cowardly that we dig tunnels to try and get into the Samba sector?
Okay, digging tunnel is a military
No, you
tactic.
can, no,
What's
but you know,
wrong with
you
it?
see, you can fight like soldiers, but I didn't know
What is
soldiers
wrong
fight.
with it?
Soldiers dig
I
tunnels
say,
like
what is
rats.
wrong with it?
No, soldiers
The
don't dig
digging
tunnels like
What is
rats.
wrong with it?
Since when do Pakistani soldiers
Look,
behave like rats?
The thing is, look, the thing is,
Why
if
don't
we
you
are
cross the
rats
border
and you are
and
great
come into
warriors, why are you
Pakistani
worried?
side and fight
Why it is, you know, why can't you sleep peacefully? Because now you are so
Arnab, I
big.
just want to.
So your logic is faulty. I tell
And
you,
I
your
don't know,
logic
I'm only
is faulty.
presenting facts.
To rethink.
I am presenting the
Arnab,
facts.
you-
Yes,
you
I
might
think
really
about
want
it.
General Jaswal.
You,
Admiral, the
rethink.
general wants to
What are
respond to you.
saying?
I-
You
Can I,
You
with
folks have
due
heard-
regards to the Admiral and the esteemed panelist, please kindly give me a minute. Let me reassure our esteemed guests across that it is in the interest of India to have a stable Pakistan. And we have no such designs to destabilize Pakistan or to create problem there. Please kindly just let me.
General
This
Saab,
kind
would
of
you listen to
rhetoric
me
which is
also
there
now
that-
for 1 minute? No, General Saab, would you
Yes,
listen to me
definitely,
also now?
but let me complete.
No,
Let me complete.
Please, no.
Please, yeah, I'll
Okay,
definitely.
but do give me a
Let
minute
me
then.
complete. You see, definitely, I will honor that, and I'll feel honored hearing you. I would like to mention here that time and again, I get a feeling that this action, which has taken place, and the tunnel action now, which is being spoken of, it is ratifying certain actions which are unwarranted.
Yeah.
Let's not raise the bar, let's not cross the red lines. We have to be responsible nations and accept whatever has happened wrong. Let's not go back to history.
Correct.
We have to talk to each other, not we are talking at each other. Yeah, please, kindly.
Look, General, let me tell you one thing, and I am talking in a very serious manner. I can assure you that without Pakistan, India will not stay together. I can tell you that remember when Pakistan was not there, then people, the same hot wind, which is, you know, disturbing our western border, used to come right up to Agra. So it is in interest of India to have peaceful Pakistan. So
Sir,
don't be under this impression.
So but I'll tell you one thing. I'll tell you one thing. No, one sec. I now want to break this. No, 1 second. The army has confirmed. 1 minute. The army has confirmed.
You are not letting complete me.
Admiral, I need to give a news update which you should also find interesting, please. And the news update is this: the Indian Army has confirmed that one of our Jawans has been decapitated by those Pakistani cowards.